Welcome, everyone. Breath work is very special. There are a few things that are related. And what I like us to experience a little bit of it is there are various uh, practices that go with the breath. And I'll name a few, but we'll work with one. For example, just breathing in and out that we know. Then clearing the throat, coughing, swallowing, singing, whistling, and on and on. There's so much stuff there. And when we deal with these various practices in the upper airway, we figure certain things. One more topic that we will cover sometime in future is hiccups. There are a few other things that are very crucial that are understanding of the breath work. So let's work with a very simple one today. And that is two aspects, clearing the throat and coughing. We'll work on these two. How does that work? So inhale and exhale normally. Inhale and exhale. And everybody keep a timer with you. Timer on a clock or whatever centisecond. Please keep a timer. This timer is very essential for you to follow what is happening when we do these certain practices. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. After exhalation, just hold your breath. You don't have to pinch your nose, hold your breath. Watch the centisecond, watch the timings, and see how long does it take before you start needing to breathe. Just initial breath requirement. And then note that time and breathe. Just keep a note of that time. This is what we call as Bolt score or oxygen. I need my breath score. So very likely you're around 20 seconds, 20, 25 seconds. Probably not much more than that. I just get an idea about it. But that's your baseline that you started. Let's do it one more time so that you are aware of what exactly you're doing. The initial urge to breathe comes either from swallowing or from awareness, mental awareness, or chest awareness, belly awareness, whatever. So inhale and exhale. One time, second time, and just hold your breath and go again. So how long can you hold that breath? Just enough that you get first intention or urge to breathe. When you're ready, take a breath. So establish your baseline. You're aware what the number is. If you want to write down, you may want to write it down. That's okay with me. If you want to write down or mentally remember, that's okay. Either way. Just as long as you know your baseline. What happens when you hold a breath is the carbon dioxide starts building up. And when carbon dioxide starts building up, we have a situation where it becomes a little acid. The blood becomes slightly acid. And it sends a signal to the brain. Hey, I've got more acid. You need to breathe, you need to breathe. And that is when the breath starts, when the signal starts anyway. So you have that. You have the time, that's your baseline. And don't do anything with that right now. Now, what I want to do is I want to inhale, exhale, and I'm going to demonstrate to you what I'm going to do. And you may do it any way you want. Clear, as you exhale, clear your throat a little bit and cough. You may have in between a little bit of breath, that's okay. But cough a little longer. Like, for example, I'm going to show you. I'm going to start. That 10 seconds. And then stop. It is almost like similar to Kapalabhati, but the movements will be similar to Kapalabhati. So inhale and exhale, and then stop breathing at the end of the last cough, and notice the time after that, okay? Notice the same time that once believe you start having the urge to breathe. Inhale and exhale. 2 times before we start. Inhale and exhale. One more inhalation before you start coughing. Now cough for 10 seconds. Stop. Relax your mind. Till you get the first urge to breathe. And then inhale gently. So raise your hand if the amount of breath required at the end of this second practice was the same as before. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if it is longer this time. Raise your hand if it's a little bit longer than before. Raise your hand if it is lower than before. And some people are raising in both lower and higher also. Okay, not a problem. So go higher forcefully, and if it's the same, that's fine. Lower, raise your hand. Same, raise your hand. Longer, raise your hand. Okay. So the force of exhalation and how much air gets out through coughing. Cough reflex is expelling stuff out. That's very important. We expel some stuff out in the irritation and all. And then, believe it or not, there is a pause. The reason why that pause happens is because the message also goes to the brain. Hey, something not correct. Are you swallowing the wrong way, or something is not correct, whatever. And the coughing after the cough spells, the breath required is usually longer. Usually. But, again, it's your experience. You can try this out and see what happens. And the reason is very simple. Again, as I said, we halt a little bit before you take the next breath, because we don't know what kind of breath it will be. See, whether the same irritation will come in, etc., etc. And so the coughing, actively coughing yourself, clearing the throat, and a little bit of, not a whole lot of inspiration between the two, similar to Kapalabhati. Continue doing that. Coughing is generated by forceful expiration against a closed airway here in the neck area, the vocal cords. It has to be that, and this whole area has to be closed off in order to cough. And coughing typically takes place if you can cough and expel through the nose, ideal. If you want to expel through the mouth, you can do it. Of course, you have to cover your face. But that, if you try that and see how long does it take for you to get back to the breath. You'll notice that if you go open mouth when like that, your air is already expelled. More air is already expelled. And so that time will be shorter. So again, I'm introducing you to the coughing part. And so we'll go to the next one in the next section. Thank you.